Welcome to this presentation on the design and development of a low-cost Arduino-based spirometer. This presentation will be covered by myself, Bharat Ratan, Charles Bruton, Chido Mantiyanga and Shihora Mim. Today, we will explore how this innovative device provides an accessible alternative to traditional spirometers out there and making lung function monitoring more affordable and user-friendly. We'll cover why this project is vital, how it works, the engineering behind it, and its real-world applications. So let's get started. Here is our project overview. This project follows a structured engineering process, integrating hardware design, software development, 3D modeling, and regulatory compliance. It will be low cost and accessible, easy to use with minimal calibration, accurate enough for clinical and home applications, and will be compliant with international medical standards. Brief overview on the right hand side, you can see a screenshot of our Gantt chart, which Cheetah will talk about in the next slide.
As with all projects, the starting point was producing a Gantt chart to map out a timeline and set goals for all sections of the conceive, design, implementation, and operation processes of our project. For the spirometry device, it was set out in a weekly based system that allows for updates each week during the meeting sessions. As shown, the first 3 weeks were dedicated to market research and literature review while documenting the process to ensure we're following ISO 13485. This included product design specification documents, the user design specification, and various risk assessments that will be shown in depth as we go along the presentation. There was loads of work done to determine the ideal working mechanism of the device. Then next was working on the electronic simulation in Tinkercad, CAD modeling, progressing into the design stages of the project. Process documentation was also happening simultaneously to ensure device compliance with medical device regulations. This is the rest of the Gantt chart, working with a timeline to ensure that our project is completed on time.
Here, this is our design brief. This is our flow chart for how we want the design process to go. So these are the phases in which we're going to complete the project, and we're currently at the start of phase 3. So we've done component testing, system testing, and verification against design inputs, but verification against user needs as well. But clinical validation trials are still a thing of the future for now. However, we have moved on to phase 4 aside from clinical validation trials, and we've looked into regulatory compliance. This is because you need to obtain necessary certifications such as the CE marking and UKCA marking before you can undergo clinical validation trials. And yeah, we need to obtain the necessary certification before we can go on and validate it. Spirometry is a vital diagnostic and monitoring tool for respiratory conditions such as asthma, chronic obstructive pulmonary disease or COPD, and post-COVID lung function assessment. Key indicators like forced expiratory volume in a second and peak expiratory flow provide critical data for patient diagnosis and treatment planning. Traditional handheld spirometers use Venturi tubes and differential pressure sensors, but these may introduce complexity and cost, as well as maintenance issues. Many patients, especially in developing regions or home care settings, do not have access to traditional spirometry. To address this, we developed an Arduino-based spirometer that employs a sliding potentiometer instead of a pressure-based system. This allows significantly reduced cost and increases ease of use, improving accessibility without compromising accuracy.
introduces the user requirements specification, which is essential in designing a functional and user-friendly product. It sets the foundation for the upcoming detailed discussions. We will explore 4 key aspects: intended use, user interface, user requirements, environments of use. Intended use is defining the product's purpose and application, which is in case the peak flow meter. User interface is ensuring ease of interaction of accessibility. User requirements is covering performance expectations and specific needs of the peak flow meter we have made. Environments of use is considering where and how the product will be utilized. In this case, our peak flow meter obviously in the NHS or in the medical field for the CODP patients. Each of these elements play a crucial role in shaping a design that is both practical and effective. In the next slides, we will dive deeper into each aspect. Peak flow meter is designed to measure a user's peak expiratory flow, or PEF, which serves as a key indicator of lung function. This makes it an essential tool for monitoring respiratory health across various settings. Its primary intended use includes home monitoring by patients with respiratory conditions such as asthma and COPD. By regularly tracking their lung function, users can detect early signs of worsening symptoms and take action accordingly. In clinical environments, healthcare professionals use this device for quick and effective lung function assessments, helping with diagnosis, treatment, and disease management. The device is also valuable in sports and fitness, where athletes can track their breathing efficiency to optimize their performance. Additionally, it is widely used for research in pulmonary health, contributing to studies on respiratory diseases and lung function trends. As a non-invasive tool, the peak flow meter provides real-time respiratory readings, enabling users to monitor their health, detect abnormalities early, and improve overall disease management. Product for chronic obstructive pulmonary disease, in short COPD patients, is designed, which is the peak flow meter, is designed with a simple and intuitive interface to ensure ease of use for all users. It features a blowing mechanism where users simply exhale into the provided mouthpiece. This directs airflow into the internal electrical measuring system, capturing the necessary data for analysis. The results are then displayed on an LCD screen, which clearly presents the peak expiratory flow PEF and forced expiratory volume in 1 second, FEV1, which is known as FEV1, in liters per minute. This allows users to quickly interpret their lung function data. To enhance convenience, the device includes an automatic reset mechanism. After each use, it resets within 10 seconds, ensuring it is ready for the next reading without any manual intervention. And this is done by using a spring, which is at the bottom of the peak flow meter, and after the airflow is out, the spring will come back automatically without having to manually put the spring or the device, so that there is no manual touching. These features make the device user-friendly, efficient, and accessible for a wide range of individuals, from patients to healthcare professionals. Our peak flow meter is designed to meet key user needs, ensuring both functionality and convenience. First, it must be simple to operate, requiring no technical knowledge of the patients. It should be lightweight and compact, allowing users to test their lung function anywhere, anytime. Accuracy is crucial, with FEV1 readings within ±5% of industry standards. It must also be durable, built to withstand regular use without performance degradation. To ensure hygiene and safety, the mouthpieces should be either disposable or sterilizable. If battery operated, the device should last between 6 to 12 months without frequent replacements. The LCD screen must remain clear under different lighting conditions, and the device should be cost-effective compared to traditional spirometers. Finally, a quick reset feature ensures it's ready for the next use within 10 seconds, enhancing efficiency for both patients and professionals. Peak flow meter is designed to seamlessly adapt to diverse environments, ensuring accessibility and reliability for all users. For example, for home use, it must be intuitive and lightweight, allowing individuals to monitor their lung health with minimal effort. In clinical settings, it should meet strict hygiene standards, featuring sterilizable or disposable components for its safe, repeated use. For athletes and outdoor applications, the device must be durable, water-resistant, and capable of functioning across varying temperatures, ensuring precise readings under dynamic conditions. And for travel, portability is key, requiring a compact, energy-efficient design that enables effortless use anytime, anywhere. By integrating these considerations, the device provides a seamless user experience across all environments, making respiratory monitoring both practical and accessible. As specifications, the device incorporates robust materials to ensure durability and longevity. The linear potentiometer provides high accuracy, while the LCD display offers clear visibility of lung function data. The inclusion of a spring for resetting further enhances user convenience by avoiding any manual intervention and just automatically reset it with very easy use. With its portable power options and durable construction, the spirometer is designed to meet the needs of healthcare professionals and patients alike, offering a reliable and efficient tool for monitoring lung health.
Now we come on to our user-related hazards. I will be presenting the risk assessment for user-related hazards associated with this project. Ensuring user safety is a crucial part of our design process, and this assessment identifies potential hazards, evaluates their risks, and outlines control measures to mitigate them. This will be shown across the next 4 slides. So, what is the purpose of this risk assessment? The purpose of this risk assessment is to systematically identify potential risks that users may encounter when interacting with our device. These risks include physical hazards, operational errors, and environmental factors. By addressing these risks early, we aim to enhance device safety and reliability. Now here, as shown on your screen, we've got a table of our user risk assessment. Examples are multiple. You can see there are 4, and on the next slide there will be 3. Please do take a look at them, but I'll briefly explain one of them or 2. Choking hazard is the first one. It will be having an initial risk rating of 3 by 3, giving us a medium risk. This risk rating is low because of our manual we have provided to the user, and it's given clear instructions on how to function the body. And same applies to cross-contamination. In the user manual I have included details on cleansing the tube, i.e. using antibacterial wipes. Please do continue looking at the rest of the risk assessment. On this slide, here are some more risks that have been covered, and please do look at them. And finishing off the risk assessment, we've all signed it on the 4th of March 2025.
spirometry devices come in various designs, each with unique mechanisms for measuring lung function. Understanding alternative technologies helps us position our Arduino-based spirometer as an effective, low-cost alternative. The most common types of spirometry devices include pressure-based, ultrasonic, turbine spirometry, digital handheld ones as well. For peak flow meters, traditional models include mechanical peak flows and electronic peak flows. So these are digital versions that store and analyze data, allowing for long-term tracking for respiratory conditions. While these devices offer varying levels of accuracy and usability, they are often cost prohibitive and require regular calibration. Our Arduino-based approach eliminates the need for complex pressure sensing and offers an accessible, low-maintenance solution for lung function assessment. Understanding the target audience for this spirometer is essential for ensuring its usability, accessibility and effectiveness. This device is designed for patients with chronic respiratory conditions, so asthma, COPD, post-COVID lung impairment, and healthcare professionals, doctors, nurses, physiotherapists can use this spirometer in their clinics. Hospitals and telemedicine settings help to assess respiratory health. Biomedical engineers and researchers could use this device to serve as an example of low-cost medical device development. Medical students and educators could be an affordable open-source spirometer that can be used as an educational tool to teach students about respiratory diagnostics and medical instrumentation. By addressing these groups, our project ensures that low-cost, accurate spirometry technology reaches those who need it most.
Created peak flow meter design in Tinkercad, I have used a rotating potentiometer instead of a sliding potentiometer, as sliding potentiometer is not available in Tinkercad. So for my circuit, I have connected the Arduino A0 pin to the wiper of the rotating potentiometer to measure the airflow, and one of the pin to 5 volt and the other one to the ground. The system displays two key measurements on a 16:2 LCD display, which is PEF, peak flow expiratory flow, which shows the maximum speed of exhalation in liters per minute, currently reading 599 liters per minute, and the FEV1, which is the forced expiratory volume in 1 second, which measures the amount of air exhaled in the first second, currently showing 1.01 liter. These values are important for assessing lung function, especially in conditions like asthma or COPD. A push button allows for resetting the peak value to 0, and it resets the whole system so another user can use it with new readings, and the Arduino constantly compares current airflow with the highest recorded value, updating the display accordingly for accurate monitoring of lung health. Code is for a COPD spirometer designed to measure peak expiratory flow, which is PEF, and forced expiratory volume in 1 second, FEV1, using a rotatory potentiometer as a simulated airflow sensor in Tinkercad. First, I initialize the LCD display and the input pins for the potentiometer and reset button. The potentiometer's value is read and mapped to a flow rate in liters per second. The flow rate is then used to calculate volume and peak flow during exhalation. When the flow rate exceeds a threshold, the exhalation is detected and the timer starts, initializing FEV1 FVC, which is forced vital capacity, and volume to 0. During exhalation, the trapezoidal rule is used to calculate the accumulated volume over time while continuously updating the peak flow if a higher value is detected. The FEV1 is measured within the first second of exhalation. Both PEF and FEV1 are displayed on the LCD in real time. A push button connected to digital pin 2 resets all values peak flow FEV1 and FVC when pressed. This allows for a new measurement to be started. The delay of 50 milliseconds ensures stable readings, and the code continuously checks for the exhalation state, updating values and displaying them on the LCD for easy tracking of lung function. To map this Tinkercad circuit with a push button with the real world, where we made the wiring circuit with a sliding potentiometer, we have used a spring, and as soon as the airflow will come out, the spring will pull the cap back, making the reading to 0 and allowing us to reset the whole function without even touching it, without even manual intervention. So this is how we map the Tinkercad with the real world reset function. Schematic diagram shows the working principle of the peak flow meter we have created. So it is designed to measure airflow and calculate peak expiratory flow PEF and forced expiratory volume in 1 second FEV1, providing real-time monitoring of lung function. When the user exhales, air passes through the mouthpiece, moving a sliding potentiometer that acts as a flow sensor. The air that has been exhaled is actually pushing a plastic cap, which moves the potentiometer slider, generating a voltage. This voltage is read by the microcontroller through an analog pin. The microcontroller, which is in this case the Arduino, then processes the signal using programmed code, converting it from analog to digital output, which is displayed on the LCD screen as the flow rate. The device also includes a spring return mechanism attached to the cap. As soon as the user stops exhaling, the spring pulls the cap back to its initial position, resetting the potentiometer to 0. This automatic reset allows the device to be ready for the next user without any manual intervention. Powered by a simple 9-volt battery, this setup offers an easy-to-use, effective solution for monitoring lung health, making it convenient for both personal and clinical use.
The physical circuit was built with the following components: an Arduino Nano, sliding potentiometer, and an LCD display screen as the main components. In the physical circuit, the Arduino Nano microcontroller is used in the spirometer device due to its compact size. The linear sliding potentiometer works as a sensor to record the user's exhalation data in the form of an output voltage dependent on the movement of the slider. The LCD screen digitally displays the forced expiratory volume in 1 second of the user, and that then displays an FEV1 value on the display screen. Now, how is the potentiometer voltage converted to an understandable FEV1 value? There's a running code on the Arduino used for mapping the potentiometer range from 0 to 1023 to an FEV range of 0 to 880 liters. This creates an intuitive and direct measurement of lung volume, while removing the complexities of integrating pressure sensors and additional flow algorithms. The 0 to 880 range was chosen as it corresponds to the values currently used in the healthcare system. Furthermore, additional calibration will be done using standard FEV1 values and calibrating with a vitalograph to ensure that the values displayed coincide with the volume of expelled air, in turn ensuring accurate data recording and patient diagnosis.
Now, we come across the 3D modeling and enclosure design. The spirometer's ergonomic enclosure was designed in Autodesk Fusion 360 software in order to optimize durability, portability, and ease of use. The design considerations include a secure housing for components such as our Arduino Nano, our potentiometer, and LCD display. It's optimized airflow dynamics verified through computational fluid dynamics (CFD) simulations. Compact form factor, permitting easy transport and storage. And single-use cardboard mouthpieces for hygiene and cost effectiveness. The enclosure was rigorously tested with both Arduino Nano and standard Arduino boards to validate design flexibility and compatibility. As you can see on the figures on your screen, we've got a few screenshots of the model. And across over here, we've got a link if you'd like to click on it. This will also be in the appendix, but this will go through the whole process, instruction by instruction of how the CAD was created. And we've got some rendered images of the prototype over here as shown on the screen. Now, we come across a very important slide discussing the ISO standards, International Organization for Standardization. When developing a medical device like this, spirometer, it's crucial to adhere to established standards and regulations. These guidelines are in place to ensure the safety, effectiveness, and quality of the device. Here's an overview of the key areas they address. Firstly, there are standards focused on performance and accuracy. For a spirometer, this means ensuring that it measures lung function correctly and consistently, providing reliable results for diagnosis and monitoring. Furthermore, there are standards for quality management systems. These standards outline the requirements for how the device is designed, manufactured, and controlled, ensuring consistency and adherence to best practices throughout its life cycle. Moreover, we've got risk assessment. Risk management is a critical focus. Standards in this area provide a framework for identifying and mitigating potential hazards associated with the device, protecting both patients and users. On the slide over here, we also have multiple bullet points showcasing multiple ISO standards that we have researched and included in the project.
Medical standards. So other important standards, such as the British medical standards, cover biocompatibility. So ensuring that materials and medical devices are safe to use, especially those in contact with patients, and won't cause adverse reactions. And then usability, so designing the device to be easy to use and minimizing the risk of user error, as outlined in Barrett's user manual. By adhering to these comprehensive standards, we can ensure that the spirometer is safe, reliable, and effective medical device.
Medical Device Regulation MDR 2017/745 in the European Union establishes a comprehensive framework to regulate the marketing, manufacturing, and usage of medical devices across Europe member states. It ensures that devices meet strict safety, performance, and quality standards, providing legal guidelines to protect patient health. In the United Kingdom, the UK Medical Devices Regulations 2002 serve a similar purpose, ensuring that medical devices comply with safety standards and have obtained the necessary regulatory approval before entering the market. Following Brexit, the UK introduced UKCA marketing, a certification requirement that applies to medical devices sold in Great Britain. This marketing indicates that the device has been assessed and complies with UK-specific regulations. Both the Europe and UK regulations are critical to maintaining public health and safety by ensuring that medical devices are both safe for use and effective in treating patients, with clear guidelines for manufacturers and distributors to follow. These regulations play a crucial role in assuring the quality and safety of medical devices for the end user.
Additional compliance considerations. So other things we had to consider while designing this project are things like general data protection regulation, ensuring secure storage and handling of patient data for privacy compliance. IEC 62304 is software lifecycle processes, and we'll go into this in more detail later, but this guarantees the safety and cybersecurity in medical device firmware. And IEC 8001-1 is safety, effectiveness and security in the implementation and use for connected medical devices or connected health software.
So 26782 standard outlines for the performance requirement for spirometry, emphasizing accuracy and repeatability in measuring lung function. Our Arduino spirometer adheres to this standard by using a linear sliding potentiometer for direct measurement of mechanical displacement caused by airflow, which simplifies calibration and improves accuracy compared to traditional pressure-based methods. This design decision directly supports the standards requirement for precise airflow measurement. Instead of using more complex technologies like Venturi tubes or differential pressure sensors, the choice of a linear potentiometer was made to ensure better accuracy and easier calibration, aligning with ISO 26782. Additionally, we have incorporated computational fluid dynamics (CFD) simulations to optimize airflow dynamics within the device, ensuring that it meets performance standards for accurate lung function measurements. By focusing on simplicity and precision, the device effectively adheres to the key requirement of ISO 26782, ensuring reliable and repeatable results for users.
BSEN 60601-1 General Safety Requirements for Medical Electrical Equipment. As you can see, we've got a risk assessment on the right hand side, and our design follows this specific industry standard by using power efficient microcontrollers. And the entire design of this system was used and designed in such a way that it strictly adhered to this British industry standard. How we want to further adhere to these standards is proper insulation and protection against electrical hazards, as mentioned in our risk assessment. Safe power supply. So we're looking at using 9-volt batteries to properly house the device instead of having to plug the device into a power outlet or a PC. Electromagnetic compatibility. So this is for use of our device within MRI suites or around electromagnets. And detailed electrical schematics for safety testing reports are essential in order to continue to apply and adhere to BSEN 60601-1. Adherence to British industry standards and industry standards internationally are a big part of our device design. In accordance with that, we followed IEC 62304 medical device software lifecycle processes. So the design follows it by A, having software, B, having the software perform key functions, C, having algorithms developed for data acquisition, and D, allowing us to cover data breaches under GDPR. Design changes that we wish to implement to further comply with IEC 62304 are software requirement specifications, so software design documentation and verification and validation of software. While the documents mention software's functionality, a complete software development lifecycle process needs to be established and documented for compliance. The strict ISO standard that has to be adhered to is ISO 14971, risk management. As covered by Barrett in previous slides, our risk management is extensive. If you wish to see the full extent of our risk assessments, please check the appendix of this video. So our design follows processes of risk management. Identification of user-related hazards is always considered and has been considered throughout the conceptual design phase. Design choices prioritise safety, so we use single-use mouthpieces for hygiene to reduce cross-contamination, and having a protective housing for all of the components to ensure that it's drop safe. Design changes to adhere to, so what would we like to do better in our future work, and as this project progresses, we would like a comprehensive risk management process, a thorough risk assessment covering all phases of the device lifecycle, including disposal, documentation of risk mitigation measures as shown on the left here. This prototype meets its primary objectives. Further improvements are planned, including clinical validation trials to compare accuracy against traditional spirometry, wireless connectivity for real-time remote patient monitoring, a smartphone compatible application for data storage and long-term tracking, expanded regulatory approval for full medical device certification and mass production. By implementing these advancements, our spirometer could revolutionise home-based lung function monitoring, particularly for patients with chronic respiratory conditions.
As we wrap up, let's reflect on the significance of this project. The development of an Arduino-based spirometer represents an important step towards increasing access to respiratory health monitoring. By utilizing affordable and widely available components, we have created a device that is not only cost-effective, but also accurate, reliable, and easy to use. With clinical validation and regulatory approval, this spirometer could be deployed in hospitals, clinics, and even personal home care settings, helping millions of patients monitor their lung health more efficiently. The integration of wireless data transmission and smartphone connectivity in future iterations will further enhance its usability, allowing for remote patient monitoring and real-time data analysis. Moreover, ensuring compliance with ISO, BSI, EU medical standards will make this spirometer a viable alternative to commercially available high-end spirometers, which remain out of reach for many patients worldwide. We encourage researchers, healthcare professionals, and engineers to collaborate and innovate in the field of medical technology. By working together, we can push the boundaries of what is possible and create solutions that have a real impact on people's lives. Thank you for watching this presentation. We appreciate your time and interest in this project. If you have any questions, feedback, or collaboration ideas, please feel free to reach out. Let's continue innovation for a healthier and more accessible future.